dinosaurs got big, like really, really big. But why? Here are some reasons why dinosaurs got so big. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. While other animals were evolving to be smaller during the Triassic, one group of reptiles was getting bigger and bigger. By the Jurassic, these meat eaters and plant eaters were absolute units, like 15 times larger than their mammal counterparts. And they kept growing until the end of the Cretaceous, when all of them went extinct. Wait, except for birds. They're still here, but why did dinosaurs get so big? Well, first off, there was plenty of food to go around. During the Mesozoic era, the age of dinosaurs, the planet was a lush, green place with lots of rain. Even the deserts were full of life, and giant trees were common across the land. This meant that even huge dinosaurs' enormous appetites could find enough to eat. But why wouldn't smaller dinos need as much food? Well, it turns out being small is actually more costly. In terms of energy, smaller animals have more surface area relative to their volume than larger animals do. More surface area means more water can evaporate off of you, increasing the amount of water you lose. So smaller dinosaurs had to drink more water than the big ones. And because there wasn't a whole lot of water around in the Mesozoic, smaller dinos probably struggled to get enough, especially during droughts. Not good? So while smaller dinos might have been able to sneak into those watering holes during dry spells, bigger dinos could just wade right in. Their sheer size gave them an advantage in fights with other animals too. Just think about how hard it would be to fight off a hungry T-Rex. Being bigger also helped protect them from the sun. If you're a small dino in the middle of a desert, your body shape and size are going to absorb more solar radiation than a larger dino with the same body shape or a smaller dino with a different shape like a thick-skinned mammal. Having lots of mass also helps keep you cool, since heat moves from warmer areas to cooler areas until you reach thermal equilibrium. So a little heat absorbed from the sun isn't going to affect a big animal as much as it does a small one. And finally, it helped them conserve water. The process of sweating is actually a form of evaporative cooling, kind of like panting in dogs. But sweating is much more efficient. So dinosaurs probably used sweating, and yes, even the act of urinating to help regulate their body temperature. That means they didn't have to spend as much energy keeping their internal temperature down, which meant they didn't need as much food or water. These advantages may have caused natural selection to favor bigger over smaller, leading to gigantism. Another factor to consider is sexual selection. It turns out that many dinosaurs had a secondary palate, kind of like the one you see in mammals. This allowed them to breathe while also chewing their food, which freed up their hands for carrying stuff, including potentially their butts. Think about how hard it is to balance a stack of books while walking. Now imagine you have 4 arms instead of 2. A bigger dinosaur with a bigger butt could carry more eggs at once, increasing the number of offspring they could produce, which would increase the chances that some of them would survive and pass on their genes. Sexual selection could have also played a role in the evolution of head ornamentation like the frills on Ankylosaurus, or the bumps on top of a Triceratops' head. These structures may have started out as bumps and slowly grew into something more elaborate through sexual selection. As competition for mates intensified, males with more impressive headgear may have had an advantage over the competition. All these factors could have contributed to the evolution of giants. However, some scientists think there's another explanation. Basically, as the Earth warmed, metabolic rates increased, meaning animals needed more food and grew faster. With more food available, there will be less pressure to be small and more pressure to be big. And this isn't too surprising given that we know dinosaurs lived in a warmer climate than today. Regardless of the reason, it is pretty clear that the environment played a major role in making the dinosaurs so gosh darn big. Thanks for watching this video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. See you soon.